So I'm also a mom to 3 mixed girls. So I'm just wondering for you, how has that gone in raising, mixed children for you?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's, super important to me to make sure that they're seen, there's, others in their life that look like them. And so I'm really fortunate that I have the few friends that I mentioned earlier, their children are almost all mixed. So they all look like each other, honestly, and they're like brothers and sisters. It's so great. And so it's really, really cool. They get to see that texture of hair. They don't feel, isolated. It's really cool. And I also live in a community where they go to school, or my oldest goes to school, and, he sees many children that look like him. And so I actually am also mixed. So my dad is half Black. And so I didn't get, my sisters look more mixed than I do, but having that experience, and, having a Black dad and just knowing what that can be like, is helpful. So I feel like I'm equipped, and, always remind them that they're beautiful and unique and incredible, young, amazing kids. And so, I appreciate that question. I think it's really, really important.
I got a lot, especially when I had my first, Olivia, who it looks more mixed than my other 2. My middle one is blonde with blue eyes, so it's kind of crazy, but I got a lot. I mean, you saw this.
It was crazy.
People thought I was the nanny.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one time getting a coffee. I had my first 2.
I remember you saying, like, that's my daughter at the park one time.
Like, I'm not the nanny.
Crazy.
The barista was like, looked at me and then looked at my girls and was like, are those your kids? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Are you the mom? Yes. Do they all have the same dad? Yes.
That's a question at Starbucks. What are we doing here?
Right.
Yeah. I remember wanting to just like bitch her out.
Yeah.
But I realized in that moment that was actually like an educational moment. Like I could help her understand.
Yes.
Right. And a teaching moment. Like, yes, these are my children. Yes. Same dad. Yes. These are like,
right.
And so it took a lot. And over the years, like I'm sure you have too, you're going to experience more of this, but these are teaching moments. Right. Yeah. And if you can help influence, one person at a time, but I'm grateful. And like you, it sounds like we're raising our mixed children in, environments where they are seen and that there's a lot of diversity and they don't know any different.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah. I remember my oldest came home from school and we were doing his hair the next day, as we always do. And he had said something about how a kid had said, you don't have straight hair. Like, why is your hair like that? And it was I could either, get really mad and which inside I'm like mama bear, I'm like, oh, this kid is like, tell me that. And, but outwardly I'm like, this is such a teachable moment for my child and saying and so every day now we do affirmations in the mirror when we're doing his hair and he loves his hair now. Like even it's to the point where it's getting pretty long. And so we have to do a lot of maintenance every single day to make sure it stays moisturized and the curls are popping.
All of it.
And I asked him do you want to cut your hair? We could cut it so that it's easier to maintain. No, I love my hair, Mom. And I'm like, hell yeah, kid. Hell yeah.